What is up, horror hounds? We are back again, maybe two times this month. I don't know. Could be doing editing for another month. But we don't have any kids here tonight to interrupt us, so it'll only be the dogs.
And the cats.
And the cats. Fucking cats. Let's go ahead and get it started. Roast.
Gross.
The first movie that we're doing tonight is a movie called Perfume, the story of a murderer.
Oh, look at that cute baby.
From 2016. Oh, smell it. Smell that. Where's that finger been?
Definitely one of the sillier scenes of the movie.
Agreed.
I bet that little boy's finger smelled so gross.
Do you think they painted the dirt underneath his fingernails in?
No, I don't think so. I think they just said, go pick your butthole. And
oh my god!
You know how little those gross little orphan kids are?
Oh.
Anyway.
Alright.
That's definitely
part of the
definitely
movie.
not paint.
Definitely not paint.
I mean, if we're suspending our disbelief, in reality it was probably like charcoal or something. Anyway.
Do you wanna give us a little...
Ugh,
fucking
Dustin.
Yeah. Damn it.
Dustin Hoffman's in this movie. It doesn't ruin it. He's such an irritatingly serious actor.
Well, and he did like 18 different accents throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, he couldn't quite nail down
like,
where he was from. He
what
went
am I
into like
supposed to be doing?
Transylvanian accent.
Yeah.
And, this
oh no, I'm supposed to be French. Shit, fuck, that's right.
Polish, Jewish, I don't know. He went through a lot of different phases. He's not French, though. Not one time did I think he hit any French note whatsoever.
No fucking way.
People just forgive him for that, too. Well, he doesn't do accents.
I don't think I've
cannot
ever...
do a French accent.
I don't think I've ever thought Dustin Hoffman was a good actor.
Well, I mean, he's got, like, his SAG card and stuff. He's got...
That doesn't mean shit.
So this young man is born in, like... mid to late 1800s in Paris. France somewhere. I don't know. It's in France.
Okay.
I think it's around Paris.
Okay.
And he's born in this
fish market.
Gross fish market.
Fish market.
And he's born with this remarkable sense of smell, and his mom assumes that he's just stillborn because she's had like 5 stillbirths up to this point.
She just drops him out now.
She's
just dropping him out.
All the mercury in the seafood that she's doing.
Hey. Come on.
So she just like shoves him off with the fish guts, and then he starts crying. And anyway, he's born with this hyper sense of smell. And they kill his mom because they think that she was trying to do away with him. She was just kind of a victim of circumstance.
Well,
kind of. Anyway, so he's got this crazy sense of smell, and he's like, I have to learn how to capture all the things that smell good. And so he meets Dustin Hoffman, who's
that's not French.
Well, neither is he. He doesn't do a French accent. He does a British accent the whole time. So, so he starts trying to extract all these smells, and he meets Dustin Hoffman, who's like this reputable perfumer. He wants to capture the smell of women in particular, like young, hot redheads.
Virgin women.
I don't think the virgins have anything to do with
it. No.
Yeah,
they made a huge deal about it near the end.
Well, no, they didn't
all
make a huge deal about it because he hired a prostitute to try and capture her essence. Remember, she was not a virgin. They made a big deal about that. Anyways,
we don't know that.
That's what they specifically said.
Well, yeah, but maybe just like dudes just can I look at your body?
All right, the prostitute was also a virgin.
What? No. Okay.
This guy and Dustin Hoffman, he's like, I have an amazing nose, and Dustin Hoffman's like, oh, I can't believe what a great nose you got. And so they team up and they make some amazing perfumes, and then he tries to extract Dustin Hoffman's cat's smell and puts him in like the boiler, and Dustin Hoffman's like, no, this one too. It's awful.
Why did you do such a thing?
So Dustin Hoffman dies. I don't know from what. From happiness, I think, if memory serves.
No,
not because his cat was dead. But I'll be honest, I feel like he didn't.
Well,
grieve
no,
his cat as much as he should have.
We can't say that though.
What?
That's a fuck?
It doesn't have a cat and it doesn't die.
What? No, dude.
I just don't want people going into this not knowing if the animals are gonna die. If there's a redhead in the movie, she's gonna die too.
That's not true.
Alan Rickman is in this movie.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
He's so good. Alan Rickman's such a good... he was really one of the good ones.
He really was. He really was.
Anyway, so Dustin Hoffman, while he's alive, he tells this boy this story about this pharaoh. About this pharaoh who, when his tomb was opened, they found this perfume in there and it had like 5 essential smells to it. And he names off what the 4 tones of the perfumes are, and then he says that there's a 5th tone that nobody's ever been able to identify. And so he's like, well, with my super strong smell, I can identify that it is the essence of beautiful redheads that is missing. So he starts killing all these ladies to try and extract their essence, and eventually he's really successful. And so he's bottling all this stuff, and meanwhile everybody in the town is getting super pissed because all their hottest little redheads are dying around town. They're all redheads.
No,
except
they're
for
not.
The
What about the
prostitute.
nun? What about the nun? Browntown.
Anyway, maybe she dyed it. I don't know. Fine, their hottest redheads and their
What?
hottest brunettes are disappearing at an alarming rate, and everybody's mad because all that's left is all the ugly blondes. Oh, but the townspeople are mad because their daughters are basically disappearing and turning up murdered with their heads shaved. And so finally they figure out who it is and they imprison him. Okay, and this ridiculous scene right here with like...
Oh, man.
This is close to the end of the movie. So close, in fact, that I thought this was the end of the movie.
Yeah.
This is the second time I've revisited this movie because I really remember enjoying it the first time and thinking that the end was super stupid. The end being this scene that I was thinking about.
And it was.
It's bad. It's real dumb. Parfume. The story of a murderer. It was pretty good. It was actually a really good movie. Real silly. It's real silly.
Do you want to see some butts?
And then the end is okay. The real end is okay.
The real end is okay.
It's kind of good. I like the social commentary about squalor and privilege and...
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
John Hurt does the narration for this movie, who's wonderful. I did research this morning to remember what his name is. No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
He's fine.
No, he's dead.
He's here with us tonight. Anyway, in spirit, probably. Stop it. Anyways, the late and great John Hurt.
There we go.
Who also did Jim Henson's Storytellers, which I can't say enough about. It's just the best. Weird Hedgehog one, even. I think it's the first episode, which is a ballsy move to pilot with that episode. Do you remember that episode?
Yeah, I do. It was real weird.
Makeup.
Real
Ouch.
fucking... yeah. Good movie.
7 out of 10.
If Dustin Hoffman hadn't been in it, if they had cast me...
Or if he had figured out how to do an accent. Yeah, you would have been a good one.
And the 8-minute sequence near the end kind of tarnished the rest of it, but the whole rest of it was totally awesome.
Yes, it was.
And the premise was good. The sets were outrageous. The costume design was very good.
Yes, very nice.
Yes. So definitely check out Perfume if you guys haven't before.
Gary doesn't like redheads, but if you guys do, check
What the
this one
fuck
out.
is that supposed to mean? You have red hair.
No.
I married a redhead.
Unbiased.
Moving on. Alright. So, moving on to our second film. Oh, God. Did you say you liked this movie?
No.
Okay.
I didn't mind watching it. I mean, it was just not very good.
So, Seance from 2021 is about some catty bitches.
Look, that's Michelle from The Craft. It's exactly her.
It totally is.
Exactly.
100%. Check it out right here.
Ringo.
Okay. This trailer was incredibly misleading because it looked like it was supposed to be like a haunted girls' school movie, and then it wasn't. And go.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it was, and everybody that you suspect, you're right to suspect because they're so obvious.
That looks like a ghost to
Did you see
me. Did you see it?
The only reason they wrote this movie was so she could show her stomach, and she's got a great stomach. She does. That is so.
The worst period stain ever.
So yeah,
Oh,
look at her. Ew.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to Sookie Waterhouse.
Uh-oh, spoiler. It's in the trailer.
She just did that to get her to shut up so she could leave.
Because it was.
And she was like, I really gotta go. And so I think she did it so that they could both feel good about her leaving. Because that other girl, Michelle, was getting pretty mouthy about some explanations.
Okay. So, Seance was...
It's not the best bitch movie I've ever seen.
No. And it felt like a remake of The Craft. They were trying to remake The Craft, which they already did. Which we haven't watched yet.
Why haven't we watched that yet?
I don't really know what to say about this movie. It was not good. It was not what the trailer led you to believe that it was going to be. And the ending was fucking stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dumb movie.
Yeah.
Like 2 out of 10. It wasn't bad like those guys were. Those movies were. Sorry. I mean, it also wasn't good or high budget like those movies were.
Had to go. Seance was fine.
Yeah.
Check it out or don't.
Like watching a fairly forgettable movie with a bunch of girls wearing school uniforms. It's perfectly fine.
Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on, we're gonna go with *Malignant* from I think this year. This movie was for me about a 50-50 because nobody had any fucking idea what was going on in the movie at all, including the audience, for like the longest time. And it was just like, what is happening right now? And it was bad, it was bad, it was bad. And then it got really good, and you're like, oh yeah, that's some good shit. And then it got really bad again, and then it got really good. So it was, I don't know. Do you wanna do a kind of plot synopsis for this at all?
Sure. First of all, the first thing we all need to know
Is it's from James Wan.
First thing that I found out that's true is that there is in Seattle an entire underground city that they just decided to cover up because it burnt down too many times.
Fuck, was that this movie?
Yeah, that was this movie.
Okay.
Which
all right.
doesn't have a lot of tie-in or relevance much really
Well, I mean,
at all.
it kind of did.
No, it really doesn't.
The director of Saw
was unexpected. Everything about this movie was so unexpected.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
All of these home videos are so dumb.
Oh. Okay. Yep.
And the thing about this.
Oh.
You don't know. I'm not gonna.
Man. Oh yeah, dude. Holy fucking shit.
The bad guy in this movie, it's the same thing that happened to like this old monarch, or I think he was, I don't know, a duke or something, is awesome. I thought this was, I don't know. And it goes back and forth. There are times when you're watching this movie and it gets so wordy, and it feels like you're going back into like one of those Lifetime movies or one of those like, it's just, yeah, it was great. I mean, it's ugh, yuck.
50-50 for me.
Anatomically speaking, like the feasibility, like you really suspend that disbelief a lot for this movie.
Well, yeah, but that's what horror movies are all about, though.
Yeah.
How many times I gotta shoot this guy before he dies?
Well, the thing of it is you're watching this movie
100.
and you can't figure out, okay, is this physical or is this supernatural? Which is usually what we look for when we watch this kind of movie. That's what we looked for in Seance, because it was like, the first thing Gary pointed out is, oh, ghosts don't tie people up. And that's true. So that's how you know that Seance wasn't about a ghost.
Yeah.
In this movie, it's like, This woman does not have any supernatural powers, so some of the things that happen don't really make sense unless she's got some innate Wolverine ability to heal herself. But it was really interesting. Aside from that, it was really cool. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't even say it was like stupendously wonderful, but it gets high marks for me because it was so unique. And because everything that doesn't make sense finally makes sense. And it's like, oh, this is the only possible way that any of this could all be tied up together in such a nice package. And they did it.
Which actually neither one of us predicted at all in this movie. 100%.
Yeah, I don't even
like
think we made predictions.
There was no predictability in this movie. Like, oh, well, clearly it's the duck. No, my God. It gets real fucking weird at the end. Like, really fucking weird. Like, gross weird.
But anything that gets really weird and gross weird and doesn't go to the point of, like, unexplainable, like, they can still bring it back around and finish it in a nice and tidy way.
And they did. And they absolutely did.
And
absolutely.
that gets really,
absolutely
really
did.
high marks for uniqueness. Writing, not so much.
No,
Acting was very hit or miss. It felt like the main actress
in
this movie was so good,
sometimes,
and then so bad.
Sometimes. But they cleaned everything up at the end to where everything kind of made sense, and you're like, holy shit. And then they explained it in a way where it didn't feel like it was too much, and then they kind of left it open as well. Which I'm hoping they don't do another movie like this because
Saw 1 was a great movie.
That's right. And then all the rest of them were just the same fucking movie. And that's exactly what would happen. James Wan, are you listening? You know? Like, there wouldn't be that ending where you're like, holy fucking What? What just happened? That's crazy. Still a 50-50 for me, just because the acting was...
Yeah, it wasn't smooth sailing the whole time.
No, it wasn't. But, I mean, it was definitely enjoyable. I think you guys should check out Malignant, for sure. It's probably streaming on something. I don't know. Look it up. Or don't, because you're not even watching this anyway. Moving on to our fourth and final film of this evening, which we literally just finished watching this fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, this might be a long review.
Movie. It's M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's latest movie called Old. And I tell you what is old is his fucking bullshit. Okay, so fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. God. So there's vacationing families or whatever, and they're all they are talked to by the.
That kid's really far away from shore for being 6. That's bad parenting.
So fucking stupid. So stupid. God, fucking stop making movies, dude. Stop.
No, don't. I like your movies.
No. They're all terrible.
They're bad, but I like them.
The only good movie that he ever made was The Sixth Sense, and that's it. Remember The Happening?
Mm-hmm. That's what's fun about them. You know what I mean?
This movie wasn't even fucking fun.
No,
this movie
was.
No, it was not. This movie was confusing.
It was not
confusing.
confusing.
And it was awful.
I mean, it was awful, but it was not fun. We had a fun time watching this movie.
Yeah, because we tore a new asshole.
Anyway, I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good concept. I mean, like... Man, you're gonna hate me for saying this, but...
Go ahead.
There were a lot of problems with this story. A lot of problems.
Story?
With this story.
Sean Connery story?
A lot of problems.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, the first problem that I can... Oh, did you notice her bathing suit? So that's the first problem. The first problem is the little girl that goes to the beach is not wearing the same bathing suit when she gets to the beach. So okay, so first
Got
of all,
your
so
nose!
you've got these like two parents. I think they're Swedish. I don't know. You've got a very very odd
Thick.
Yeah, either maybe Swedish or Norwegian or something. I'm not really sure. Both of their kids are American AF. Just very, very American, and they speak. It's so. There's no explanation, Like, then they grow up, and I just. Like.
That's the appropriate response.
There's no family chemistry between any of them to begin with.
Not even a little bit.
For one. Did these Swedish people adopt American kids? Because I feel like if you're adopting internationally, that's not usually the direction it goes, Nor
we need to refer couples don't adopt American children.
Yeah, not internationally. I don't think. I mean, probably. I'm sure it happens sometimes, but I think that foster care within the United States usually takes care of stuff like that. I don't know. Their family dynamic is really confusing. Really confusing. Furthermore, I don't have any idea where they're supposed to be vacationing to. Their vacation destination makes absolutely no sense. So from the very beginning, it all just feels very shot in the dark, kind of.
Fuck, man, they just give all kinds of shit away in the trailer, don't they? God, fuck this movie.
I didn't even think it was it was fun to watch.
Well, yeah, because we talked shit about it the whole time.
I mean, it was a terrible movie. Okay, so these people are on vacation, and a bunch of them have a bunch of ailments and things that are wrong with them, and
which we didn't know.
No, you know. She's got cancer, and you know that there's another woman who has a calcium deficiency, which ironically is, I guess, the exact same, glass bone disease that, Samuel L. Jackson had from Unbreakable, which was another one of his movies. So, looks like he's starting to just recycle the same old crap.
Why would you do that, though?
I don't...
You're a famous Hollywood director. Why would you recycle the same old crap, Korri? That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It just, I don't know.
I will say,
the kid
I don't remember that part of the movie at all.
You don't remember that part when those two little 6-year-old boys were talking, and that's what that weird kid said? The main kid, who I think is...
Timeless? Mr. Miyagi? All right. Anyways, we've got all of these families vacationing. 2 of them have children. 2 of their children, 3 of the. How many kids were there? 3.
There
3
were
kids.
2 kids. These
there were
people
3
had
kids.
2 kids.
Right.
And then this woman over here, the Instagram star.
Yeah. Oh no! It's another M. Night Shyamalan movie. That fucking scene was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Did we tell a premise?
Well, we started. We keep starting it, and then.
So this family goes to this beach, and
Right.
then they're sent to this private beach.
Right. Because
then
it's exclusive.
Yeah, you start to find out that they all have different problems, and then
everybody gets old, and then the movie is over.
They're sent to this place where time just speeds way far ahead, way too, just
It's
very fast. I think 50 years in every 24 hours.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense if they would have just. It's basically like 2 years an hour, right? That was dumb. That was real dumb. The dad in this movie never aged 1 iota.
Nope.
There was one scene where the mom is like, "Oh, you're getting wrinkles," and that was the only mention of him getting older. And then eventually his eyesight starts to blur a little bit.
They sprayed white shit in his hair, and they're like, "Now you're old."
They never sprayed white stuff in his hair. They sprayed it in her hair, and they left his hair completely alone. And he was the same age as his son now.
He just couldn't see very well. Do not watch Old. It was fucking street trash. No, it was not.
It's exactly what you would expect from an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
What a twist!
It's dumb, but it's interesting, and
It was super fucking dumb,
and it's
dude.
fun to watch. It is super dumb. It's a really, really dumb movie, but that's what you know you're watching. It's not. It's like it's. I don't know what everybody thinks is.
The
like,
movie is
it's
3
like
letters
M. Night
long.
Shyamalan. He had one amazing movie in Sixth Sense, and then everybody's just waiting for him to eventually make that same movie again. And
What
think
about The Lady in the Water? That movie was really
I
good.
think he is also waiting to make that movie. He's just waiting for people to like it as much as they like The Sixth Sense. And I don't know if it had anything to do with the producer. I don't know if it was just because people have like an unfavorable. Maybe The Sixth Sense isn't that good. Maybe we need to go back and watch that movie again and see how it holds up to old. Maybe it's just not that good. Maybe it was just like, oh, we weren't used to such twisty endings.
That's it.
What?
We're all done.
Well, no, we didn't tell him about the end.
We don't have to tell him about the end. Ah. No.
Edit it out.
That was the whole movie. The whole movie was just a towel. We didn't get to see that bitch that washed up on the shore.
That's true.
Didn't get to see any of that. We got to see through her rib cage, maybe. Or it was just pieces of cardboard that were bent over. Because M. Night Shyamalan and Ding Dong didn't feel like spending the money to buy a fake skeleton to put on the beach.
So uncomfortable.
I know. All right, that is it for us this evening. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to leave a comment because everybody always does in the comment section below. Also, fuck you guys.
Watch all those shows.
Yeah, watch all of the old shows, old ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the movie.
It was fun. Whatever.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It was fun. We had a good time watching
fucking
it.
Trash fire.
It was awful. It was a really bad movie, but that's go into it knowing that.
So mad.
Don't be mad. I'm glad.
It's too. Why?
Because it's over. We never
Because
have
it's
to
a
watch
hefty,
it again.
hefty cinch sack? This conversation is over.
Good.
We will see you guys possibly next week, which means we will see you guys in the future.
Put it in a sentence structure so that it says old malignant perfume seance. Tell an actor that. It's an American film, and Americans just want to be entertained. That's why Dustin Hoffman is in it, because they couldn't get Robin Williams.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, he was an OnlyFans girl. Yeah. Anyways.
In 1813, when OnlyFans was started,
so bad.
Mother Russia does not extract smells from cats.
That was my...
I don't even have my SAG card.
So does... I guess. I don't know.
No, dude, that prostitute was brunette.
Yeah, but she was a virgin. Let's be clear
Fuck
about
you,
that.
Korri.
Fuck you. Looks like he's in the Chamber of Secrets. Not Chamber of Secrets. What is that? The Goblet of Fire. The maze. Well, it's the same maze.
Probably.
It might be.
Probably is.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
What do you mean I don't like redheads?
Anyways. She's one of those people that if you look at her face long enough, you can see her skull under her skin.
The so-called life Clea Duvall? No?
Clea
Was
Duvall. Clara Danes?
Oh, no, that's... Okay, not Claire Danes. It's right there.
Oh, from The Faculty.
Okay, see, that's what I... Okay. Alright.
Just look up Edward Scissorhands cast.
Okay.
Oh, the student has become the teacher.
Alright, guy.
Kathy Baker. She looks like Kathy Baker.
Okay. Sure. Alright. To who? Clea Duvall?
Well, does Kathy Baker and Clea Duvall look like each other, do you think?
No.
See, like that.
Her eyebrows are too thick.
She looks more like that than Clea Duvall.
I'll do it.
She kind of looks like James Franco, too. Anyway, spoiler. Gary can bleep all of it out. He did it last time.
Very poorly.
No, it was really good. I couldn't hear anything that I was trying to say.
Did heat.
We should do a comparison video.
I wish I hadn't said anything.
Made you so mad. Oh, Candyman.
Ah!
That new Candyman.
Oh, too much mint?
That one didn't taste like mint.
Oh. Well, that's all I brought home. Oh.
Hydroponics, man.
Is it, though?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's going to be like 13 in about 10 minutes. So it's fine. But, John Kirkpatrick?
I hope so.
No, I don't think it's him.
C for uncle,
okay.
L for like, and L for coral. And then doesn't T. Well, you know what's a bummer too? It's like that was their only way in, so they had to crawl back out around it.
Well.
So.
What?
Yeah, it's close to 2 years an hour because 2 times 24 is 48. Right. So rounding up to 50, it's
Math.
like close to.
Math. Unfortunately.
I wonder if I'm onto something.
Possibly.
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't know. M. Night Shyamalan, let me know in the comments below if I'm onto something here.
Did we nail it?
No, but she gave me an idea for his next movie.
Oh!
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's so mean people.
Fuck yeah, we are.
Sixth Sense?
Yeah, it was scary.
That's a great movie.
It was scary, though.
Oh, you're fine. That girl grew up to be, what was her name? I think her name was like Marissa.
Samara.
No. But you don't even get to see it.
No.
Like, it's just a towel.